Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. The title of this video suggests we're discussing long-term residence visas, so-called LTR visas. As we've noted in other videos, these are not in the strict sense of the term residence visas the way Thai permanent residence is residence. It's like really just a long-term non-immigrant visa. But it is major news, and we've discussed this in other videos at length, going back like a year discussing this. Again, as noted in other videos, we've yet to see the actual act. We've yet to see the actual regulations promulgated. So we're kind of, again, I think it's happening pretty quickly, at least by bureaucracy terms, but it's going to take a little bit of time before we finally see the sort of the finished product, if you will, with respect to this legislation. So, but that said, we do have an idea based on what they've been talking about, what this is going to look like. Quoting from a recent article in the Tiger, that's the Tiger, Tiger spelled THIGER.com. Article is titled, "Who is eligible for a 50,000 baht 10-year LTR visa in Thailand?" The fine print. And many thanks to the Tiger folks over there. Hats off to those guys. But quoting directly, groups 3 and 4. So they kind of have, there's 4 groups, and then they have sort of 2 subgroups. They kind of bifurcated it because the requirements for half of those kind of pertain to just that half. They're sort of mutually exclusive when it comes to these requirements. So, quoting directly, groups 3 and 4, working foreigners and specialists, quoting directly, must show an employment contract or service contract with a domestic or a foreign business, must provide proof of 5 years of work experience in the relevant industry, conducted within 10 years of the application date. Exceptions, those who work in the following are not required to provide evidence of work experience: government research institutions, higher education institutions, specialized training centers, government agencies, and PhD graduates. So again, there's some requirements there that you're going to need to, and there's also when they were talking about this in the past, there was also a financial requirement that seemed to be tagged to the working foreigner category. And again, we're not going to know exactly what that's going to look like until we see the regulations. But in prior iterations of press releases and things where they were talking about this subject, $80,000 a year was talked about a lot as the possible income requirement. Let me be clear. I'm not saying that is the income requirement. We don't know what this looks like yet in terms of the details. So, that is some speculation, but that was the number that was discussed in prior press releases that I've seen on this topic. So just something to kind of have at the back of your mind. But that being said, again, these have yet to be rolled out. We will certainly keep you updated on this channel as the situation evolves.